Now, since this news broke, our political teams, they got to work seeing what local impacts Biden's news will have here in our local election and nationwide. Our team coverage begins with an exclusive interview from Representative Greg Stanton, and later we'll hear from Democratic delegates. So let's get straight over to Ben Brown. Ben, you're joining us in studio.
That's right, Christine. Just weeks away from the Democratic National Convention, President Joe Biden dropping out of the race today and endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris to be the new nominee. Congressman Greg Stanton told ABC 15 Biden made the right decision to withdraw.
Thank you for what you've done over the last 4 years as President of the United States. A job well done. And thank you for this historical, important decision. It must have been an incredibly difficult decision for him to make. I do think he made the correct decision.
He's supporting Harris to be the top of the ticket now. Do you like that decision? And who would you like to see potentially as her running mate?
Look, as I said, there's going to be a lot of political conversations. But when a leader, this is what leadership looks like, is to make a tough choice like this. I can't imagine how difficult that decision was. So for me, today's a day to honor President Biden, thank him for his service, and we'll deal with politics another day.
After my conversation, the congressman later issued a statement that he is endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris. Stanton said he will now also attend the Democratic National Convention in August.
Under the rules, I'm a delegate to the convention, and now that it will be a different scenario that we were planning on, it's important for me and the other members of Congress to be there.
Another Arizona Democratic delegate who will be at the convention is Mary Rothschild, who told us she is ready to support Harris.
I'm glad that he realized he should step back and pass the torch to another generation.
You're obviously wearing a Kamala Harris shirt.
Yes, so I am.
You're supporting her then at the top of the ticket?
I am very much supporting her at the top of the ticket, though I want to say that this is a shirt I've had since 2020 when she was the vice presidential candidate. So but I got it out this morning feeling pretty good.
The Democratic Party is hoping for a smooth transition from Biden to Harris, but some, like former President Barack Obama, think, the party will be better served opening up the nomination process. Ben Brown, ABC 15, Arizona.
Ben, thank you. We are also hearing from former presidents on Biden's decision to drop out of the race. Former President Bill Clinton and Secretary Hillary Clinton saying they join millions of Americans in, quote, thanking President Biden for all he has accomplished, standing up for America time and time again with his North Star, always being what's best for the country. Now, the Clintons also saying they are joining the president in endorsing Vice President Harris and will do, quote, whatever we can to support her, saying in part, this is time to support Harris and that America's future depends on it. By the way, Election Day isn't until November 5th, but House Speaker Mike Johnson calling on President Joe Biden to resign from office immediately. Johnson says, quote, if Joe Biden is not fit to run for president, he's not fit to serve as president. Johnson also slamming the Democratic Party, saying they forced Biden off the ballot while invalidating the votes of the 14 million Americans who voted for Biden in the primary. Speculation swirling tonight about who could be vice president. One name coming up repeatedly, Arizona's own Senator Mark Kelly, political strategist on both sides of the aisle, telling us Kelly would be a strong choice.
We've got a spectacular candidate in Mark Kelly, and he's in his resume alone, and then his ability to raise money and to excite the electorate, I think, is unmatched.
He has a tremendous and an excellent personal story, being an astronaut and then a United States Senator. I think, unfortunately, him and his family have lived through political violence, and so they can relate to what that's like.
Strategists telling us Kelly could help Democrats win in November. The Arizona Republican Party came out with a statement opposing Kelly, saying he's wrong for America, while also criticizing Kelly on border issues and inflation. Now, a key group over the next few weeks is the Democratic delegates now tasked with choosing the next Democratic nominee for president. Here to talk about this is our Rachel Louise Just with our political team. Rachel, I know you've been in contact with some of Arizona's delegates today.
Yeah, Christine, that's right. Arizona has dozens of delegates, and this nomination is now in their hands entirely. We talked with a few of them today, and they're telling us that they are fully behind Kamala Harris for president. There are 4,672 delegates nationally and dozens in Arizona. They were pledged to Biden, but since he's dropped out, he's releasing his delegates, and they now must vote for someone else. When the Democratic convention comes around in mid-August, they'll need to decide both who they want for president and who they want for vice president. Delegates we talked to didn't say who they'd be pushing for when it comes to VP.
We'll all now galvanize our support behind Kamala Harris, and I know that's what I'll be doing when I go to the convention. I'll be casting my vote for Kamala Harris as nominee.
There are millions of Democrats who have already voted for Vice President Harris to be on our ticket, and we're ready to have her at the top of the ticket this November.
Now, Christine, Arizona, as always, tying into these conversations as delegates expressed excitement for one of Arizona's own, which is Mark Kelly, as you mentioned, to be a running mate for Harris. Kelly has been rumored to be in consideration for Harris's vice presidential nominee.
And there's going to be such a ripple effect if Mark Kelly is the choice. So we'll wait and see. Rachel, thank you.